What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another update on Turbo. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want. Okay,
so I figured it was time for another Turbo update. So as you guys can see, Turbo has gotten sold off a little bit since my last update. It's back down to a $245 million market cap. You can see that we had a nice breakout from this falling wedge and now we're potentially creating a double bottom. But what I want to point out specifically with Turbo is that it's not just Turbo bleeding, it's the entire market that's bleeding. And I know it seems like I'm saying this in pretty much every video, but it's the truth. And realistically speaking, you guys don't need me to tell you that. If you look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, it's currently at 40, which is neutral. One more point down at 39, it'd be at fearful. So just understand we're right on the verge of being fearful in the crypto market. And truthfully, I would say that there are a lot of people in the market who are actually terrified right now. If you're invested in the high caps, you're not really worried at all. But if you're invested in Turbo and a lot of smaller meme coins, a lot of them are getting hammered right now. And that's just the reality of the situation. For example, if you click on Ethereum right now, you can see that Ethereum is only down 15% from its all-time high 1 month ago. Now, 15% is kind of a brutal drop. I'm not saying it's not. But 15% is nothing in the grand scheme of things. We've seen huge candles in one day. Now, if you come over here and you look at something like BNB, it's still over $1,000 a coin. BNB is only down 5.86% from its all-time high 2 days ago. And just if you scroll down, a lot of these projects are still holding up pretty well. However, if we click on meme coins, for example, let's look at Dogecoin, the largest meme coin. It is down 67.5% from its all-time high 4 years ago. Now again, yes, I understand Dogecoin's a little bit different because of the supply dilution. But if you click on Pepe, which has clearly been one of the strongest projects this entire cycle, it is down 65% from its all-time high 9 months ago. Again, Ethereum is down 15%, Pepe is down 65%. That is a huge difference. And for the longest time, Pepe had been one of the strongest derivatives to Ethereum. So this just shows you right now that meme coins are not running. We are definitely not at that euphoria stage right now in the market. We continue scrolling down. SPX, which has also been one of the strongest projects this entire cycle. Even SPX is down 53% from its all-time high 2 months ago. And we saw Pepe reach an all-time high 9 months ago. SPX was 2 months ago. So it absolutely has been one of the stronger projects. Okay, we continue scrolling down. Let's look at the base ecosystem. Bread on Base. You can see that Bread on Base is down 81.8% from its all-time high 10 months ago. So even the top base meme coin has gotten hammered. Okay, now we click on Turbo. You can see that Turbo is down 75% from its all-time high 9 months ago. So Pepe is down 65%, Turbo's down 75%. Honestly, from a percentage standpoint, it makes sense. Pepe is a true blue chip in the meme coin space. And while Turbo is definitely growing in popularity, it's not quite to the blue chip stage yet. At least in my personal opinion. It would depend on your definition of blue chip. But my point simply is that Turbo is doing exactly what it should be doing right now. I know no one likes to see the bleeding, believe me, I get it. There is a lot of panic in the market around meme coins. And especially there's a lot of panic because of how well Ethereum is doing. But when you look at the Turbo chart, it's doing the exact same thing that all of these other projects are doing. But again, then you come over here and you look at Ethereum, and Ethereum is doing very well. Now I know that it's selling off, but it's still holding this flag. And at this point, I've had this flag drawn for several weeks. And the reason that I initially drew this flag on Ethereum is because the RSI and stochastics were getting very overbought. The reality is that it is very difficult to get an explosive move when you have overbought stochastics already. So what I've been saying is that I would love to see Ethereum fill out this flag and hold above that 3,800 to 4,100 range. The reason I would like to hold above that range is because that would be a textbook support and resistance flip. Previous resistance now becomes support. And again, you can see that the flag is holding perfectly. And as of right now, we're seeing the RSI and stochastics starting to reset, which is awesome. Now, the other thing that I've been saying is don't be shocked if price action does consolidate until the moving averages start to creep up. You can see right here that we still have not retested the 21-day moving average. And that's the white line right here. Just to show you guys what I'm talking about, I want to show you Bitcoin. So you can see that Bitcoin went through this period first. Bitcoin had this initial explosion and then it had the consolidation period. And you can see that it had a textbook bounce off the 21-day. Now, obviously, yes, Bitcoin's selling off again a little bit right now. However, it also retested the 21-day yet again. You can see a very clear retest of this level. You come back over to Ethereum just to show you what I'm talking about, and you can see that we still have not retested this white line. Is there any guarantee that we retest it? No, there is not. I'm just saying that it is a possibility, so prepare yourself. Now, that also doesn't mean that meme coins like Turbo can't do well in the short term. Oftentimes, we do see meme coins do well during consolidation periods, as long as the consolidation period isn't price action getting hammered. So we'll just kind of have to monitor the situation with Ethereum. But I want to point out that on the weekly time frame, I personally think Ethereum still looks very good. Not to mention, it is very important that you understand that we literally had rate cuts last week. And rate cuts almost never play out right away, but long term they are usually very bullish. A lot of people are completely losing the long term vision right now. And if you come over here and you look at the Turbo X account, they're at 112,000 followers, but they're still doing everything the right way. And I know I always say that, but it's the truth. They're doing exactly what they should be doing. They're posting on here every day. They're keeping their community engaged. You really cannot ask for much more out of a project, especially during a consolidation period. So I know a lot of you guys want to see a Turbo breakout, but you have to understand that it's performing the exact way of most meme coins. Even the blue chip meme coins right now are getting hammered. Truthfully, you just have to weather through the storm. There's no other way around it. But as always, if you guys are interested in Turbo and just market updates in general, then I always recommend you take a look at my Discord as well. Whether you're looking to buy into something or not, it's just good to be around a community. And we also have been making huge gains in here this entire cycle. You can just look at some of the projects on this all-time gainer list, over 200 X's. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. It'd be a blessing to have you in here with us. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Turbo. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.